Good Monday, Cup of Sales Joe. How is that for some energy on this Monday, or whenever you're listening to this? It's like a really good cup of coffee in the morning. Today I want to introduce you to, if you haven't heard of them, my latest musical obsession, and use them to illustrate how we can up our game in our work. Whether we are hitting our goals, or we're working hard towards doing that, or maybe you're struggling to gain traction. In any case, I want to talk about something this artist does splendidly and to great effect. The concept is bringing different talents you have together to elevate your work. And the artist you'll be hearing today does that well. I'm just giving you a sample. I'm still digging deeper into them because I just found them. And I suggest you do too, if you like what you hear today. This is OK Goodnight. This band brings together the elements of progressive rock, heavy metal, jazz, and even folk music. The result is, in my opinion, something greater than the parts would be, and it's innovative and different. Which inspired me to talk about how we too can bring together our varied and maybe disparate talents in ways we hadn't thought of before and create something that wouldn't exist otherwise. I recently heard an expert in research into the human mind say, everyone has something they don't know, but they know something else. You may feel that your skills or your acquired knowledge and experience doesn't align exactly with what you're currently trying to accomplish. But that can be a good thing. Because what you can do is bring a different view and approach than anyone else would that may have exactly the right skills and talents. Hey, Cup of Sales Joe, it's Scott, and I'm sure you have all experienced, just like I have, either in your hometown or while you're traveling, a little independent coffee house or coffee shop that you really enjoyed. The atmosphere, the vibe, and hopefully, especially, the coffee. Well, I have one of those that I frequent. It's called Mad Goat Coffee. And Sam, the owner, has been kind enough to allow me to offer my audience a special deal as they're about to open their third location as they continue to grow. So go to madgoatcoffee.com and use discount code CSJ to get 10% off anything. You can order mugs, apparel, other merchandise, and coffee. In fact, it's my favorite coffee. I'm enjoying right now their new Costa Rican light roast, which he just started roasting recently. I happened to get the very first bag. No matter your tastes, you can find something you'll love and be supporting a small business. So, visit madgoatcoffee.com and use code CSJ to save yourself 10%. Let me ask you this. Where do you have skills in one area? Perhaps a hobby or a leisure activity, or maybe from a past endeavor you've had, that you haven't but could bring to apply on your current work? Let me give you a simple example. Perhaps you're a parent and you excel at teaching and leading your kids, helping teach them lessons and helping them be their best. That skill is valuable there, but also if you lead your clients, customers, or colleagues, so what you do as a parent, you could apply as a leader in your work. Or maybe your strength as a parent is compassion and understanding and support. That too can be useful in selling, project management, bringing people together, even negotiation. So think about where outside of your work you have some abilities that maybe you haven't brought to bear, and figure out how to do that. If it is something that you do naturally well, or you develop that talent, why not use it everywhere you can? Now, I know this sounds grand and a good idea, But let's talk about some specifics so you understand how to get this going. For example, let's say you have a varied and diverse work history prior to your current role. Use that experience to your advantage. We all know about the different personality types, and a lot of our success is dealing and working with different people. When we deal with people, think back to previous work where you had to adapt or collaborate or simply work with all these types. Apply that now. For example, I did a stint at a small business with some very entrepreneurial people, and you can read that as controlling people. And that taught me how to get better at working with these folks. Similarly, I also studied engineering and worked with engineers for years, which showed me how to handle and communicate with analytical types. The overall impact I hope this has for you is it enables you to unlock some of your skills that you may not realize apply to your work now. And you should feel empowered by all your skills, because the truth is that whether you sell or you do project work or you work with people at all, it is almost never a single skill success. We have to bring these varied skills together in different ways every day. You may not even realize how much your previous experience or your personal skills are your advantage. One model that I have always used to show the value of this is to study Leonardo da Vinci. He was the epitome of this idea, that you can use skills from one area and apply them in another. For example, it's hard to think in our modern world of valuing specialization, whether it's a pro athlete, top performer, those are typically specialists. It's hard to believe that one person could have documented the anatomy of the human body, as well as diagrammed the physics of mechanical devices of the time, and including some futuristic inventions, but also painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, among other masterpieces. Then, they complement that with being a devout student of language and architecture, even being hired for some jobs, designing and innovating military weapons. His appreciation as an artist influenced his curiosity and efforts in physics, engineering, and language. For example, many other people at the time had diagrammed the inner workings of the human body, but his were not only stunningly accurate, but beautiful aesthetically. Even when he was an engineer and an architect, Leonardo's artistic influence came through. Likewise, you may have talents aside from what you do now. Are they showing through what you do? Are you using them to bring something unique to your work? Let me also give anecdotal evidence and a belief that diversity of activities, skills, and thoughts is ultimately very good for us. While I applaud people who simplify their lives through removing diversity, such as Steve Jobs only wearing black turtlenecks and jeans, or maybe if you eat the same thing every day for breakfast to take that decision out of it, it has also been shown that people who have a varied diet of many diverse foods, or expose themselves to different cultures, or even listen to different types of music, are more intelligent. I will say that in my career, I have certainly found great use of my past experiences and work to incorporate my other talents every chance I get. In a business like ours, are you using all of your skills, even those you may think are irrelevant or unusable? In fact, maybe one of the challenges we all face is, how can I do what I do in my way by applying my own skills and abilities? Because if everyone did it the same way, or followed the exact same path, then many of us don't need to be around. We are not robots, but unique individuals, not just naturally, but also in how we've experienced the world and it has nurtured us. Value this by using all your skills and being proud of who you are and who you're becoming, plus how you do things, and where that will take you. So make this your week and make it great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Would you like to hear more on this topic? Then join me for Another Cup, utilizing our unique skills in our work today on Cup of Sales Joe on YouTube.